what makes Laureus so different to other sports charities?
Oh, well, I suppose we were set up initially to celebrate excellence in sport. There's 35 founder members and academy members, and then we thought, well, we actually want to do something else, and that's where the Sport for Good Foundation evolved from. And there's plenty of charities that do work similar to us, which is great. But all we're trying to do as past sports people is give children an opportunity through sport to help change their lives and to make their lives better. And are we any different? I don't know. We all volunteer our time. It's just a wonderful charity to be involved in, and we've been going 15 years. If you said to me in 2000 that would be in KL in the year 2015. Touch 1.5 million children, 130 projects going, 35 countries. I would have thought. I don't know if we can quite get there, but we have, and it's fantastic. Now 46 members.
What can sport bring to make a difference?
I think it's sport. Gives people an opportunity to express themselves. The values, honesty, integrity, respect that you need in sport. Looking after each other. Taking you away from things that you shouldn't be doing, maybe, and all those sort of things that give you an opportunity. And as I said, that's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to give these children an opportunity, and it's up to them to take that on.
Moving on to rugby, there's Six Nations going on. There's 4 teams that are battling it out for the trophy. Where do you see it going?
Well, I think obviously home advantage is going to play a big part. England and Wales will be a phenomenal game in a couple of weeks, and then you have France Ireland. So as you said, they're all competing. You'd like to think the way England's been playing at the moment. I thought France were really disappointing against Wales. So you'd have to say that Ireland have obviously got a big chance, and England Wales. I'm sure the English are smarting after what happened last year down in Cardiff, and they'll have home advantage. But yeah, it's a nice way for the season or the Six Nations to be in at this moment.
And Stuart Lancaster's picked a few young players, inexperienced players for the Six Nations. I mean, where do you see England now on a whole in the world of rugby?
I think they'll be pretty pleased where they're at, actually. They're growing, they're developing, and that's the key thing. And what they are doing also is developing depth. You mentioned that they've put some young players. They've also got a lot of players that are out injured at the moment. Tuolangi, Croft, Copacera, those sort of players are only going to add huge depth to the squad. Obviously looking forward to 2015. They've got the Six Nations, then they go to New Zealand for three hard tests against the All Blacks, and then they play the 4 tests in the autumn. So it's a big 12 months coming up for the English team.
I'm looking forward to 2015 and the World Cup. Do you think it's going to be a Southern Hemisphere dominance, or do you think one of the Northern Hemisphere sides can prevail from them?
I think home advantage will play a big part. At the moment, you'd say that South Africa and New Zealand are quite clearly the 2 best teams in the world. But as we've seen over the years of World Cups, anything can happen. I think the home advantage will play a big part in it. With England, they've got a very difficult pool with Wales and Australia. But if they can get through that, they'll have a really good shout.
And going on to that pool, you mentioned they've got Wales and Australia. Do you think that will play in their advantage, that they can get those teams out of the way, or do you think it will just come a bit too soon for them? Because they've got to beat the best.
They've got to beat the best, and that side of the draw, if everything goes to plan, looks like a better side of the draw. At the moment, the All Blacks will potentially play Ireland or France in the quarterfinal if they get through their pool, and then meet South Africa in the semi-final. So it's a tough ask.
Sean, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.